Hey, my sweet babies. I've been thinking long and hard about what I'm going to say in this post. Because the post that I did Friday in reference to us being the best us that we could be, it rubbed some people wrong. But I want to share this with y'all. And there were two people in my life that, had I taken a different attitude, I could have felt like they was rubbing me wrong. But I'm glad I took the attitude of appreciation and gratitude because they tapped me. And that was Patti LaBelle and Margaret Avery. Patti LaBelle had to tap me one night. We were getting ready to do a show, and I was in my feelings over some shit. And that woman had to come tap me and tell me, get myself together. And she didn't tell me with lollipop kisses and pancakes with syrup all over. She told me what I really needed to hear. And I was grateful for that night because it impacted my life. Miss Margaret Avery, I was grateful the night she called my dressing room. And she said to me, baby, focus on getting some more of that weight off of you because I see what you're doing. And I'm glad those two women love me enough that they would go out of their way to talk to me in a way that aunties, mamas, big sisters talk to their little sisters, nieces, grandbabies, daughters. I was grateful for that because it allowed me to think about things differently. Never once did I think those women were trying to be offensive. Did I think they were trying to be nasty or mean? I thought what it was nothing but love. So for you babies that have taken offense to what I've said, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with y'all being in your feelings about it. I'm okay with that. Because when you love somebody for real, I know y'all will get over that. And when y'all say, we will cancel your ass, well, they've tried that. And I'm still here to let y'all know I love you. And ain't nothing you can do about that. I love our community. And ain't nothing you can do about that. So if you're offended because I've said to you, you're a queen and you're beautiful, and when you wear that damn bonnet and your pajama pants and your slippers anywhere you go, don't you know you block your beauty? Don't you know you block your beauty? Let your beauty be seen and shown. See, remember the time we were raising hell because they didn't want us to wear our natural hair? They didn't want us to do the things we wanted to do with our natural beauty? Now, why ever would you block it? Why ever would you block it? So I'm unapologetic about what I said because I said it with nothing but love. And I said it with no judgment. For the sisters that got it, I'm glad. For the ones that didn't, I'll wait. But please know, Aunt Nikki gonna be right here. And when I gotta talk to you again, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do my part. And if I gotta tap you, it's a love tap, baby. It ain't no tap for me to kick your ass or be smart, because some of the responses y'all have given, I just know that y'all are young babies. And you don't know any better just yet. But because I do, I won't match your energy. What I will do is love us through it. So please know, I still stand by what I said. And to the women that has tapped me out, I'm grateful and forever appreciative that y'all took the time out to love me when you didn't have to. So I hope for you babies that want to leave your little comments under the bottom, say whatever you want to say, but at the end say, I love you.
Yow, what's goody? What's goody? It's your girl DJEfsclusive with the Nothing Podcast and everything lit, and I'm back with another reaction video. And today I'm going to talk about something that has been a debate piece in the Black community for about a week or so. I'm not really sure when this became a conversation that we having again in 2021, because this ain't the first time that this conversation is something that Black women decide that they want to get on the internet and be mad about. Now, I'm going to make sure I pick and choose my words very carefully, because ever since I started, breaking down how I believe the Black community is out of order and talking about how I wanted to do podcasts about Shahari Ali, and I was talking about Kevin Samuels and how they're directly addressing the issues within the Black female community. A lot of African American females that subscribe to me, listen to my podcast, or even are members in my group or follow my social media, they're not too happy with me. One post in particular, I posted in Everything Lit. I was asking my female members to rate themselves. And it was only like the Spanish ones or the white ones that seemed to understand, and they could rate themselves and then understand the response that I was giving them back. But then, of course, like normal, just like what Kevin Samuels goes through, all of the Black chicks in my group, I'm a 10. I'm a 10. They thinking that everything is about looks, and unbeknownst to them, many of them that were claiming that they were a 10, thinking that it was about looks, they not even a 10 based on their looks. You cannot be a 10 when you overweight, but we're not going to have that conversation, because that's not the conversation we're going to have right now. I'm saying that to say it's always the Black women that can never take criticism. It's always us, Black women, Black men, that cannot take criticism. We be so quick to call people racist and say that people are discriminating against us and all of this shit, but ask us to accept accountability for the shit that we do and listen to the crickets. Now, if you don't support Monique, then this might not mean nothing to y'all. Because I know a lot of y'all don't support her, because if y'all did, then she wouldn't be in the financial situations that she's in and doing the type of things that she does for money if she was getting the right support from the Black community. But that's another topic as well. Monique said that many of us have started calling her auntie, which is true. When I call someone auntie or uncle, that is because I have a certain level of respect for them. They might only be 2 years older than me, but I still look at them with a certain respect, because they move in a way that, in ways I may want to move that way, or maybe perhaps I learn a lot from them with them not even knowing that they teaching me shit, right? She started off saying that because if you put an auntie or an uncle in place, you're saying that you respect them, so you should want to listen to their knowledge and what they have to say to help you become a better person, right? I'm going to play the clip, so I'm not going to say everything that she said, but I do want to be very clear in defending her and saying that everything she was saying is correct, because she was speaking in a sense of other people's perception of us. You understand? Me going outside with my do-rag on and everything like that, I get judged by certain people. Not everybody. And I'm not even saying everybody that's a business type of person looks at me and judges me. And for that, you got to thank people like Jay-Z for that. Jay-Z going on interviews with Yankee hats and do-rags on, it made them say, hey, just because a person got a Yankee on, or got a woolly on, or got a do-rag on, it don't mean that they an ignorant ass nigga. Look at Jay-Z. That's exactly what him saying, I could make a Yankee hat more famous than the Yankee can meant. Go back to his old interviews. Jay used to do important interviews with business people, multi-millionaires, wearing wife beaters, Rocawear, Timbs, and a Yankee. And I'm not even going to say that I'm sure if he could rewind time, he would do it differently. Because if you were a Jay-Z fan, you heard him say, I'm doing this so they can accept us, right? He wants them to accept us and stop looking at us and feeling like all of us with the same bullshit, right? I'm saying that to say, when have you ever in your whole life of living seen a black woman of prestige, of means, in any public forum with a bonnet on her head, with a headscarf on her head, with pajamas on her head? When have you ever seen this? When have you ever seen Oprah Winfrey or any multi-millionaire African-American woman, not even a millionaire, she don't even got to be a millionaire because there ain't that many millionaire black women. How many business women of means have you seen do this? The reason that y'all females hate when people come and say that this is ignorant and it make you look ghetto and all the shit that they say is because it's y'all younger generations who really didn't have no mothers and grandmothers that started this bullshit. Listen, my mother, one moment, I had to mute my sound so that don't happen no more. But listen, my mother, when I was growing up, listen, I'm going to just say it like this. I knew that I was gay and I wanted to wear boy clothes way before my mom was like, fuck it. I had to start doing shit like any type of thing that I had that was baggy, just wearing it all the time. Or saving up my lunch money for like a month so I can go. There was a store in my city called Man to Man where you could get like the sweater, the matching hat for like $15, and you could get, they had jeans in there, $15. They had a lot of Mecca shit in there. So you can go to Man back in the day with like $50 and come out with like 3 outfits, right? So my mom would give me anywhere between $5 to $10 for lunch every day. So I would save my lunch money every 2 to 3 months so I could afford to go to Man and buy my own shit. Because one thing my mom never did, my mom never told me I couldn't wear stuff that I bought or other people bought for me. What she did say was she was not buying me whatever. And then eventually, my mom just got sick of arguing with me, and then she started giving me my own money to go school shopping. But even then, I'm pretty much like in 8th grade, 9th grade. I'm a young adult. My mom can't really stop me from wearing clothes at this point. You know what I mean? She felt like I'm getting into other shit. And as a parent, I need to be more concerned about my kids smoking weed, skipping school and shit than what she wears, right? But when I was growing up, my mom didn't have that. I was a girl, dress like one, act like one. Go to church, put your dress on, put your shoes on, look like one, act like one, carry yourself, be a lady, cross your legs. This is why, even as a lesbian, I am a lady. Because my mother and my father raised me to be that, right? Now, you women, shit, even in this time, I used to wear cornrows. So even like now, I keep a do-rag on my hair because I keep my hair protected of all times. But when I go into restaurants, into businesses, the hat and the do-rag come off. That because one of the reasons I keep it on is because it keeps my hair protected. It keep it laying down. It keep it looking nice. So I should be able to, just like the way that it hang and look good, I should be able to take this off and it still looks good. That is the point. If you're wearing a bonnet or a do-rag or something like that because underneath it, it looks crazy, then that means you need to go get your hair done. You need to go get that taken care of, not keep on leaving the house with something that you're supposed to wear to bed on it to cover up what you really look like. Now, here's where the rest of this is interesting to me. You chicks go spend hundreds of dollars, sometimes thousands of dollars on wigs and weaves just to walk around outside with bonnets on. Make that make sense to me. Make that make sense to me. A lot of y'all females only show your real hair or your weave, whatever the fuck, when you at work. And then this shit be so funny. Y'all be using this bonnet shit to be so toxic in so many ways that y'all don't even understand. Like, I was with my homeboy one day, and he seen a girl that he thought was cute. So he tried to go holler at her. Shout out to him, because many niggas, they don't shoot their shot no more. So shout out to him for seeing a woman he ain't never seen before, thought she was cute, walked up to her. Now, yes, she had a bonnet on. She had a bonnet on. And what else did she have on? I don't think she had on pajamas. I don't remember her full outfit, but I do remember she had a bonnet on, right? Her first, when he went up to her, he was like, hey, how are you? Introducing himself. He said, I seen you. I think you're attractive. I want to get to know you, right? Before she could even say, thank you, nice to meet you, my name is blah, 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 she was like, ugh, you don't even know what I look like. I got a bonnet on, and a mask. How you think I'm cute and I got a mask and a bonnet on? Bye, nigga. Bye, nigga. That's how she responded to him. That's exactly how she responded. Bye, nigga. Then she gonna look over at her toxic ass friend. This nigga got me fucked up. He must he what the fuck he talking about? I look good. How the fuck he know? Okay. Maybe he likes what he's seen in your eyes. I honestly didn't ask him what he's seen in the girl, so I can't speak for that. All I know is I was with him when her and the girl walked in and walked past him. He said like this. Followed her with his eyes. Looked over at me like, yo, my nigga, you seen that? You seen? I'm like, yeah, I seen her. Like, I wasn't impressed, but he was. So the fact that he was impressed by you and he was interested in getting to know you and see what could develop between the two of y'all, the first thing you could say is, bye, nigga. How you know what the fuck I look like? I got this bonnet on. Bye, nigga. And then she laughing and joking with her friends. See? I could bag them even looking a mess. So y'all acknowledge y'all be looking like a mess. That's one. You acknowledge that you not your full self. And then you further acknowledge that a person is not getting what they would get from you if you were putting your best foot forward, right? You also acknowledging that you coming out the house in a way where you don't expect for anybody to approach you or talk to you, because you will automatically think that that person is capping, because you know you're not dressed in a way to be approached or to be taken seriously or to be in anybody's business. But soon as somebody like Monique say, ladies, this is what they think about you when they see you like that, y'all all want to get on y'all social media with the ignorance, with the dummy shit. Y'all literally all sound dumb. I'm going to tell you how you sound dumb. First impressions are everlasting, and you don't know who motherfuckers are. My mother taught me that. When I was young and me and my friends used to like to walk up and down the street smoking weed, drinking 40s, not knowing who's in the cars driving by us, not knowing who is who in the world. We just know what we doing. And then we young, we trying to get jobs. We going back and forth to the mall, filling out job applications, trying to like grow up a little bit. And we never stop to think that these same managers that we giving these applications to is possibly some of these people that's driving by us in these cars while we smoking and drinking all indiscriminately in the street. So from that day on, me and my friends, we either started smoking in each other's cribs or finding places that's ducked and tucked behind shit where motherfuckers couldn't really see what we was doing. And that is when I adopted the philosophy, I smoke weed, but that ain't everybody's business. I'm not one of those people that everywhere I go, I smell like weed. I had an interview this a couple of days ago. I smoked like 3 blunts before I even got up with. I smoked out of my bowl. I smoked, and the first thing he said when I got in his car was, "Yo, Mo, you smell good. What's that?" That's the point. You could smoke weed and everybody don't gotta know what you about. You could sleep in bonnets, but that don't mean that everybody gotta know you do that. When people see you coming out the house just like you don't give a fuck, that's exactly how they gonna treat you, like you don't give a fuck. Y'all be making it seem like people are attacking black women and black women can't ever get ahead. No, y'all can't get ahead because of y'all damn selves. When somebody come and try to give y'all good advice, y'all don't listen. And then y'all want to talk about Tammy Roman, old ghetto ass. She makes Instagram videos in her bonnet called Bonnet Chronicles that she do from her house. That's one. And if you think that she not getting paid by Instagram to do that, you're stupid. That's a whole branding thing. She went on Instagram when she first woke up. I forgot, because I remember watching the first couple of them that she did. Some shit happened that she felt the need to address immediately. So she didn't feel like putting her face on, getting her hair together. She got on her Instagram live bonnet pajamas on. But she was still in her house though. And what she do on her social media, that's her business. But y'all females seem to use that as your defense mechanism. You use that to say, oh, well, if she could do it, I could do it. No, the fuck you can't. She got money you'll never see. She's got a husband. A lot of y'all can't even get a man. A lot of y'all are so unwilling to listen to anybody else but your own self. You in your own motherfucking way, yo. You in your own motherfucking way. And I almost didn't want to talk about this particular subject because, like I said, I'm getting so mad at people that I fuck with being mad at me for telling them a harsh reality, because I think this is what real friends do. When people really fuck with you. When people really like what you about, then they're gonna say, yo, F, you gotta stop doing that. Like somebody told me I gotta stop smoking on live. I might. Because what they were saying was making sense. It's like, yo, your YouTube ain't where it is, where you want it to be right now. But when you get to a certain number of subscribers and them sponsors come, they're not going to want to sponsor somebody smoking weed in their video. But then I'm like, well, maybe I can get weed sponsors. That's the only reason I'm like, I understand what they're saying, but at the end of the day, I'm on a mission to be me. So now if coming out your house looking like you just woke up with your pajamas and your bonnet on, if you feel like that is who you are and the person you want to be, okay, queen, do that. But don't dismiss the fact that you are a detriment to the whole African American community of women who don't want to do that. Okay? Because for every one of y'all that walk around like that with the bonnet on and the pajamas on and shit, there's a black woman that doesn't do that. She speaks proper English, and then she has to deal with people saying, well, why are you trying to act white? When y'all ghetto chicks get to being ghetto all day, every day, and then you become the majority, the minority of us that are not that bullshit have to deal with your bullshit. People judging us, looking at us in a funny way, acting like we gonna be a certain kind of way because you are. That's one thing that y'all don't think about. Y'all be like, oh, I'm not about to do my hair at 4 a.m. I paid blah, 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 blah. Like, miss me with it, bruh. That's a part of being a lady. That's why a lot of y'all don't like Kevin Samuels, because he be telling y'all what y'all mama didn't tell you. If you know that it take you a certain amount of time to get yourself together to where you supposed to look in public, don't book flights for 4 a.m. Don't book flights for 6 a.m. Don't book your time and then use excuses like, well, I wasn't getting up at 3 a.m. to comb my hair. You are a woman. You know you supposed to. Y'all don't realize some of the things that go through our mind when we see y'all out like that. If I see a woman and she got on slippers, a bonnet, and pajamas, the first thing that crossed my mind is that pussy is not clean. She did not wash today. Cause my mama raised me, you don't take a shower and then put on dirty shit. And my mom also raised me that I don't go outside in the same things that I sleep in, because that's how you get bed bugs. Right? So you're not about to convince me that you got out of bed, took off one set of pajamas, took a whole shower, washed your whole ass, face, brush your teeth, and then put on new pajamas to go outside in. You're not going to convince me or anyone of that. Congratulations, you playing yourself. And then further, if you a black woman and you done got out the shower, you did all these things, why wouldn't you comb your hair? Now, I could definitely understand a black woman that just woke up, got out of bed, splashed some water on her face, brushed her teeth, put some shoes on or some slippers, and then left the house with that pussy on rank. That make more sense to me. And then it'd be like shit. They'd be like, oh, I'm just going to the corner store. I'm just going to get gas. These are all things you could have done the day before when you were fully dressed, ready for the world. So what you're saying is you procrastinate, you wait to the last minute, or you don't properly plan your life to the point where you got to get out and go into the world dressed in the way that you ain't supposed to be dressed out in the world. And then y'all the same type of females that get on social media and call restaurants and shit racist because they got signs up that say, hey, we don't allow this and we don't allow that. We don't allow this and we don't allow that, because they have a certain standard. Okay? And plus, I'm in my 30s. I didn't start seeing chicks wearing bonnets until like I was in my 20s. I don't know where that shit came from. Y'all was out here wearing bonnets and Chinese slippers. Y'all was out here looking the fuck bad. The pandemic hit, so I kind of understand y'all couldn't afford it like that. But I feel like there are other things you could do. If you don't feel like combing your hair, there's other things to do. Because when I was growing up and a chick didn't feel like combing her hair, she went out with the doobie wrap. You know what I'm saying? You wrap your joint and you put the scarf on. But they take the scarf off and they just out with the doobie wrap. Or they put a ponytail on. Or I know some chicks that will grab their man hat. Like they'll wear your hat and go out before they went outside in a fucking bonnet. What? And then you got extra stupid bitches talking about in Africa. No, bitch. They was not wearing bonnets in Africa. They was wearing handmade kente cloth and African wraps. Traditional African garb. It's not the same. They dress from head to toe in African garb. They head wrap match they whole outfit. And they not wearing slippers or barefoot. So stop trying to say, oh, this is what they was doing in the motherland. Show me a picture of a straight native African in the motherland wearing a bonnet. Don't worry, I'll wait. Y'all gonna have to stop making shit up. Stop that. That's ignorant as hell. As fuck. And then you want to compare it to dudes in do-rags. Studs in do-rags. You see me in my do-rag right now? My do-rag is way more fashionable than y'all be in y'all bonnet. Let's just keep it a bean. And most men and studs that I know, they'll be quicker to remove their do-rag because they understand that it's considered street apparel in a business without arguing. But y'all chicks argue like a mug if somebody tell you take your bonnet off. Also, you can't use the do-rag in this argument because they make do-rags for several different reasons. They got the do-rags you sleep in. They got fashionable do-rags. They got velvet do-rags. They actually make do-rags for the sole purpose of being worn outside. No matter what you do to a bonnet, it look like you got a balloon on your head, bitch. Every argument that someone give me about a bonnet, it just further proves how out of order the African American woman is. And the only voice she hears is her own voice. And the voice of other out of order African American women. Like, if another woman that ain't shit doing it, then you automatically like, oh, we could not be shit together. Let's just all walk around and wear these bonnets outside, no matter how it makes us look, no matter what people are feeling about us, no matter what people are saying about us. I'm still gonna do this. I'm gonna allow people to pass judgment on me because I don't give a fuck, because that's what you're saying. And that's fine. But say that though. Say that though. Say, I don't give a fuck how you see me. Say, I don't speak for every African American woman, but if me wearing a bonnet outside makes you feel as if they all like that, fuck you. That's how I feel. Say that then. Say, listen, I like my bonnet. I like wearing pajamas. Whatever your excuse and your justification is for it, say that then. But don't sit here and act like that shit should be acceptable. It shouldn't be. Like, us as African Americans, we lost our standards about ourselves. We lost our pride about ourselves. I be in the bodega and dudes be having their whole ass out. Why? Why? We got to be more mindful in the way that we look and the way that we carry ourselves. Because the ways that we look and the way that we carry ourselves is the perception that people have, especially white people, of us. We can never forget about the fact white people are afraid of us. Most of us. White people learn all they know about our culture through hip-hop music and movies. We're like science experiments to them. And everything that they don't do, that they only associate with our culture, they call it ghetto. It's a fact. Anything that is not done in any other culture but the black culture is called ghetto. So why are y'all so happy and willing to maintain an image that perceives us as such? And it ain't even about wearing the bonnet either. It's everything else that encompasses y'all in these bonnets. How you talk, how you walk, how you carry yourself, your attitude. Everything on top of wearing pajamas and a bonnet outside is why y'all are out of order, bro. Like, I just had to get that shit off because I'm sick of seeing y'all defend this. I'm really sick of scrolling social media and seeing people really thinking that they're getting their shit off by defending leaving the house in your pajamas. I didn't even do that in school when it was like, wear your pajamas to school day. I bought shit just for that. Literally. Like, whatever, bro. I'm gonna let y'all have it. It might not mean nothing to y'all, but this your girl, DJ Exclusive with the Nothing Podcast and everything lit. And I'm out of here.